Y'all absolutely loved the last time I did this. So today I once again put every single player in the NFL on their original team. However, there are a couple big twists this time. This is obviously gonna be in the brand new game Madden 24, and instead of using the best roster, which was the Dallas Cowboys, we're gonna make this hard and use the lowest overall team, the Houston Texans. And they are the lowest overall despite getting players like Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Reed, Jadeveon Clowney, DJ Reader back. They're still the lowest overall in the NFL. But super quick, I'm again gonna keep this intro super short. We absolutely shattered the like goal on the last one of these videos I did. So if you want to see another one of these, but with a slightly different concept, I do have a special one planned. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 likes and then we'll do that. Be sure to like, it takes you like 2 seconds. It really helps the channel out. And I mean, imagine if everyone did it, we'd be at like 15,000 likes or something. So I'd very much appreciate it. And again, if you want to be an OG of the channel while you still can be one, the time is running out. Be sure to subscribe, trying to hit 20K by the end of the month. And very last thing, let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all might have, because that's where I get most of my rebuild ideas. But that's enough plugging, I'll shut up about that now. And let's actually get into this rebuild. I'm not going to show every team, obviously, because I showed them all in the last one. So once you're done watching this video, if you want to see every team out of curiosity, I did go over them. At least their top players that moved. So that'll probably show up in the end screen or in the recommended after this video. And I did just straight up rip this roster from Madden 23. So that's why players like Will Anderson might not have a face, but that really doesn't affect like anything. So it doesn't really matter. But with that, let's get into the rebuild and let's get to the midseason point of year number 1 and let's see how this team is doing. Okay, well, at the midseason point of year 2, I guess it could be worse. Also, I said year 2. I'm a dumbass. It's year 1. I guess I said 2 because we are 2-4. Again, could be worse, but we're also not very good. We're almost last in the division. I'm surprised the Jags are at the bottom. I mean, they get players like Jalen Ramsey, Yannick Ngakoue. You know, I guess that's like mostly it, but still. Nah, I'm sure there are more. But we actually have a breakout DB here. Hopefully this is either Derek Stingley or Jalen Petrie, maybe. I'd be cool with either one of those. Justin Reed, well, that's fine. Hold the Panthers to 150 passing yards or get 2+ one of those stats for Justin Reed. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we can sure try. So if y'all see me like recap the breakout, it means he hit it. If I don't, and we're just at the end of the year, then he didn't hit it, clearly. But we actually don't have any re-signings to make here. That's really weird. I have never seen that. So with that, let's just get to the end of the year, and hopefully we either A, have a really good pick, or B, just make the playoffs, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well, coming off of a blowout Week 18 loss to the Colts, we finished 5-12. The Titans win the division at 10-7. Who do they even get back? I saw they were like a 78 overall. They're only like an 80 overall. They're only like a 77 in my regular like custom rosters, so I don't know who the hell they got back, but apparently some good players. I genuinely can't think. Oh, AJ Brown, at least. Like Jack Conklin, Taylor Lewan. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense now that I think about it. But anyways, let's check out some of the season stats. I'm a little scared to look. Ooh, Deshaun Watson was horrific. Only 2,700 yards, 16 touchdowns, 13 picks. We might trade him away because we do have CJ Stroud. Dameon Pierce with almost 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. I'm gonna like throw up or something. These stats are so gross. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Almost 1,000 yards for D-Hop, 7 touchdowns, but literally fuck all except for D-Hop. Blocking, I mean, I've seen worse, but it looked like we were very run heavy, so like it's not great. Meh. Benardrick McKinney led the team in tackles with 114, tackles for loss, 18 for Reader, 15 for Clowney. Really good amount overall in next to none. 7.5 for Clowney. Fucking 1.5 for Will Anderson. Are you kidding me? In 1,000 snaps? I mean, Zach Cunningham almost like tripled his amount. I mean, not really, but more like doubled, but over double his amount as a goddamn off-ball linebacker. I love this game. It's so realistic. I feel like simulation is even worse this year. I don't know how the hell they did that, but they did. Thanks, EA. Justin Reed with 6 interceptions led the team, 5 for AJ Bouye, 3 for Cunningham. Zach Cunningham was low-key kind of nice. 2 for Stingley and 2 for Jalen Petrie. Good amount of picks there. But let's check out yearly awards. surely we'll see Deshaun Watson up there. Did I call Deshaun Watson D-Hop? I feel like I might have. But we have Patrick Mahomes winning MVP, of course, Dak up there too. That's always the goddamn top two. Lamar too, he's always up here in the top three, so it's literally, it never changes. We have Teddy Bridgewater on the Vikings up here, Kirk on the Commanders. Fun stuff, I guess. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Mahomes. We have Kareem Hunt back on the Chiefs. Jacoby Myers back on the Patriots after like months. Jeffrey Simmons wins Defensive Player of the Year. That's kind of different. Khalil Mack back on the Raiders up there. Shaq Barrett back on the Broncos. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to not a rookie anymore. Quentin Johnston, I guess. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Felix Anudike-Uzomah of the Chiefs. Will Anderson at like 8 or whatever that equals, like number 3 or 4 or something. So I know this is the worst team, but I wish some of our players did better, especially Deshaun Watson. I'm already thinking we need playbook changes, which isn't surprising considering it is the Texans. But let's see what we can do in the offseason. I have big things planned, actually. It's rare that I do a lot in the first offseason, but we might, just because it's going to take a lot to get this team off the ground. Wow, that's a terrible Super Bowl. The Titans beat the Rams 21-11 in a rematch of, you know, the famous Super Bowl, where I think it was the Titans got stopped on like the 1-yard line. Maybe it was like the Rams. I don't know. That was before I was even alive, I think. Oh shit, wait, is there football on right now? As of the time I'm recording this, hold on. I guess this is a fourth wall break, but oh yeah, Giants, Panthers, and Falcons, Bengals. I forgot there were games. The Giants, Panthers one literally has 56 seconds left. I hate not getting, like, I wish I had an NFL Network, but I just don't for some reason. But I hate that the games aren't on like any other channels. It's fucking stupid. But anyways, let's see what we can do in free agency. I don't know if we're gonna have any re-signings to make. I guess we'll see. Also, wait, how the hell did the Rams win the Super Bowl? Or no, they lost the Super Bowl, but how were they there? Wait, did they? I already lost. Dude, I'm so fucking... Okay, yeah, they lost. What was their team even? Did they even get anybody like good back? Or did they just lose a shit ton of players? I guess they got Jared Goff back, John Franklin Myers, John Johnson, but they have him in real life. I mean, they got like okay-ish players back, but nobody crazy. This team still looks kind of mid. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, we literally have no re-signings. Did I accidentally set like auto re-sign players or something? No, I didn't. Well, I guess we just don't have to re-sign anybody. That's fun. Well, we'll have a shitload of money to work with in free agency. And let's actually work on a trade really quick. Y'all can probably guess what this is gonna be. Okay, well, we're gonna be trading Deshaun Watson and a 5th round pick to the Saints for 2 firsts and a 6th this year. Get scammed, idiots. Plus ratio. I can't wait for him to win MVP. It's gonna be great. But no, he was absolutely horrendous for us, even worse than he was for the Browns this last year. And I mean, he was like really good in Houston, like a top 5 QB. So I don't know why he was so bad. I complained about this in the last rebuild, or I think it was the last one. I appreciate that they lowered some of the like rating, or not ratings, like season stats, because it was stupid that there were like 5 quarterbacks getting 45 plus touchdowns. But I feel like they also lowered just like how every player does. I feel like they should have found a way to just lower the high end, because it feels like, I don't know, like players like Deshaun Watson shouldn't have been as bad as he was. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, they lowered how every player does. I feel like they should have just lowered the ones that do too well instead of like all of them. Maybe that's just me though, because now it seems like most quarterbacks suck in this game. It's hard to find one that actually does well, even if they're a good player in real life, except of course Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes, because they'll throw like 40 plus touchdowns every year, which Mahomes, that's realistic, but Dak? Why Dak? Okay, we're going for such a mid free agent class. Not even mid, just like straight up terrible. We're going for Deion Jones and Juwan Johnson, and we probably won't even get Deion Jones because we're just tied for the lead for him. There's like just straight up nobody I really want here. I mean, maybe Michael Thomas, but he's not interested at all and already has 10 offers, so there's almost no shot. Like Tier Tart we could maybe go for, but we don't really need defensive tackle. There just isn't like anybody here at all. I don't even know if I want Deion Jones at all, to be honest, because I would just rather get younger at linebacker, but I guess we'll go with him. Worst case scenario, he can be like solid depth, good depth. But let's see if we can sign, that was weird, oh yeah, it did it again. Why do all the options go away at the bottom when I hover over Juwan John? Oh, they're back, okay. Oh, I guess it just like switches between them. I don't know, I'm learning new stuff about about this game still, apparently. But let's see if we can sign either of these players. They both sign. My guess is we get Johnson, don't get Jones. Maybe we'll get Jones. I don't know. Yeah, we get Johnson, don't get Jones. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But let's see what we can do in the draft. Bro, how the fuck we go 5-12 and only have the 6th overall pick? Oh, wait, no, one of those Cardinals picks are ours, I think. And then the Texans traded up to get... Did they trade up to get Anderson or Stroud? I don't remember which player they traded up to get, but one of the two. So I guess the 6th overall pick was the Saints pick, I guess? I didn't realize they did that poorly, but we'll take it, I guess. Or maybe the 8th... Okay, I'm all confused now. What the hell is happening? Whose is the 18th? I don't know whose pick this is. We still have the Browns picks? I thought that was over now. I guess not. And it's in 2025? Bruh. So we're gonna have hella first-round picks throughout the rebuild. We'll take it. Is something like fucked up there, or do the Texans actually have that many picks from the Browns? I guess so. But what do we want to do here? I was looking at tight end, but I don't know if I want to take tight end this high unless one of those guys are like absolutely insane, which maybe. I never like picking early though. I always reach on some stupid, or I like try to take a player that's good value and supposed to go in this range, and it never works out. So I honestly kind of want to trade down. Oh, I don't know if this guy's actually good or not. Everything about him looks good except his power. He's not very strong either. I mean, he's strong, but that'll be like 86 strength or something. This tight end is supposed to go pretty high. Spencer Harris, good speed, good strength, really good combine overall. His ratings are good. They're not like anything absurd, but they're good. It's weird to take a tight end this high when our team is so bad, but he looks good. I don't love the simple concentration drops player note. It seems like sometimes that does equal normal dev, but I'm hoping it doesn't, maybe? Fuck it, dude. Let's go Spencer Harris. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. God, dude. He looks like an elf. I drafted an elf at number 6 overall. I'm gonna do things I can't say on YouTube, probably. At least I was aware, but see what I mean? I cannot draft high. I don't know why. That rhymes. Let's go. Robert Wagner. Isn't that like the name of some goddamn philosopher? No, not philosopher, but like author? I don't know. We do kind of need a corner. Oh, the corners look crazy. I mean, we don't really need a corner, but they look good. You look good. You look good. This guy also looks really nice. Darren Allison. That sounds like a NASCAR driver name or something. I don't want him. I'm all right. Our offensive line is still pretty terrible, I'm pretty sure. Will Fox is still available. I think that's a bad sign. Maybe we won't go with him. What's our scheme at left tackle? Is it just power? I feel like whenever our scheme is power, all the linemen are agile, and when our scheme is agile, all the linemen are power. See, look at this. They're like literally all agile. Every single goddamn one of them. I feel like it doesn't matter that much, but like, I think it makes them develop slower. I should know what it does, but I don't. Carl Barker looks good, at least just based off his stats right there. Oh, he is very weak. That's like 78 strength or something. Yeah, I'm okay. His ratings are disgusting. Well, he's not a really good run blocker, though. He does have B run block. That's confusing. Ooh. Ayo. I kind of like these type of linemen normally, these really high strength ones. We might wait until the next round to take him, though, because I don't fully trust him. I've taken one of these guys before that have like 40-ish bench reps at like guard, and he ended up being like a 78 superstar. This guy's ratings don't look quite as good, though. They look good, but maybe not quite as good. If he's available next round, we'll probably take him, though. We might go with Zach Thomas, though. Hopefully he can be another Hall of Fame Zach Thomas. I don't know. Maybe. Very wishful thinking, but let's go with Zach Thomas out of Oregon State. Very good ratings, very good combine, really strong. Can't wait to see normal dev. No, he does have hidden. Okay, good. 91 strength, really athletic, well, fairly athletic, and strong, so that's a good combination. We'll take it. It's funny how we've like only looked at blockers throughout this whole thing, like a tight end and offensive lineman. I guess it's not a bad strategy, but the tight end is a little weird. But let's go with the right guard, Gordon Kramer now. Y'all have seen him. I don't need to show him again. Gordon Kramer out of Florida State is 23, which that's not like amazing, but it's fine. At least it's not 24. Very thick at 6'4", 338. So let's take him. I don't like his player notes. Well, I guess he has a high motor, but also lacks discipline, but whatever. Let's take him. And he does have hidden dev. We'll see, but I might have found like a good archetype to look for in guards. I think I've found 3 players ever that look like this, and they've all been right guards. I don't know if it's only right, but looks pretty good, at least from what I can see there. Well, that's a scary picture. That looks like Mikey McDingle almost, a little bit. Everybody trying to be the greatest coach of all time. They even trying to look like him. Can't blame him though. I kind of want a receiver. There were a few good looking receivers. Who were they? Paul Reedy looks good, but all slot receivers kind of look like that. Lionel Hendricks was one of them. How fast is he? Decently fast, I guess. That's kind of disappointing, but he does look solid. His route running is dog shit other than deep, so maybe he's not that good. Because those catch in traffic and catch ratings could easily be D and C, which is probably what they're going to be. Thomas Cobb. Ooh, he might be really good. He's really fast. Ace catch with 4.25 speed. 4.24 at his pro day. I mean, these are type players that showed up like earlier Madden 23, not even earlier, like up until like the very end. It seemed like they kind of took him out, but this guy looks even better because he does have good catch in traffic, good spec catch. I don't know if he'll be great, but he's interesting, so let's take him. Hidden Dev, 99 speed, 98 excel, 98 agility. Wearing number 23 at receiver. What are you, fucking, the Chiefs receiver who wears like 24. Why can I not think of his name? Sky Moore. What are you trying to be, Sky Moore? Changing that as soon as I possibly can. I hate it. But let's simulate the rest of this draft out, and hopefully the CPU can pick pretty well. Hopefully we got some good players. They do look pretty good. Okay, well, this is a certified Brandon the Simp draft. This was not great, but I guess not terrible. Spencer Harris isn't that good, only a 74 overall, obviously normal dev. Zach Thomas at a 73. Kramer at a 73 as well. Thomas Cobb, I'm surprised he's only a 71. I thought for sure he would be higher. What did his ratings come out to? How the hell is he only a 71 with 99 speed? How? 88 spec catch, 80 catch in traffic, 81 deep route, 99 speed, 98 excel, 98 agility, and you're only a 71 overall? Ooh, 98 kick return too. God damn, okay. I mean, I guess he has some low ratings, but they shouldn't drag him all the way down to a goddamn 71. But it is what it is, I guess. I did take up to, I guess Caldwell was the last pick I took. Neither of these two were all that good. They looked really good, but they didn't end up being very good. And then the CPU picked some solid depth players, I guess. They're all like fine. They'll all probably make the team, maybe. But I don't know how to feel about this draft. I feel like I could have done better, but we still got some potentially good starters for the rebuild, so I'm happy with it. We will take it. But here's a look at the team heading into year number 2 of the rebuild. Hopefully we can, you know, do better this year with CJ Stroud. Quite a few rookies here starting on offense with Cobb, Harris, Thomas, and Kramer. I moved over to left tackle because he was the best pass blocker out of any lineman we had. Dwayne Brown retired, unsurprisingly. And then here is a look at the defense. It's pretty much the same for the most part. AJ Bouye got superstar dev, which is kind of cool, but he's also already pretty old, probably like 32 or something. I don't know why I knew that, but okay. And then Justin Reed also got superstar, which is pretty cool. I can't remember if Cunningham had star. He might have gotten that too, but I don't know for sure. Either way though, the team is looking pretty nice, even though it is only a 77. I'm surprised it's only a 77. I guess because we have unproven younger players, but no, I guess with the offense it definitely does make sense. But with that, let's get to the midseason point of year number 2, and hopefully we can do better, because I want to see that CJ Stroud can actually perform here. I think I am in over my head in this rebuild. Oh my god, look at our division. We're 0-7. The Colts and Jags are 6-1, and the Titans are 7-0. Why are we suffering so bad? We're not that bad of a team. I mean, maybe. Hold on, let me see. We're probably up to like a 78 now after the upgrades. Let me see where that ranks in the NFL. I mean, the Rams are a 79. They're probably fucking 5-2 or something. But no, okay, I guess that's valid. I think we are still the worst roster in the NFL. No, we're a 79 now, so we're also tied with the Bears. But I guess we are tied for the worst team in the NFL, so I guess I can't really complain. But still, I bet like the Bears and, well, the Bears are 3-3 and the Rams are 2-4. Okay, that's fine, but I feel like 0-7 is still a little bit harsh. We have some re-signings to make though. Who's gonna be here? Jonathan Grenard, Charles Omenihu, some starters, but like nobody great. I do kind of want Titus Howard back. I guess I don't know how he's been doing this year though. Let me check his stats. Pretty good. I know as soon as we re-sign him, he's gonna be just dog shit, but for now he's pretty good, so we will re-sign him. We might as well. We have a crazy amount of money. Jonathan Grenard, I love in real life, but he doesn't really do much for us here. Same with Omenihu, kind of. I don't really love him in real life. He's solid, but he just doesn't do much for us here. Kaimi Fairbairn is really good. I do want him back, but like, okay, he does re-sign. I was gonna say we might not get him because he's not interested, but we still have almost 130 mil to work with. So with that, let's get to the end of year number 2, and let's try to forget this season ever happened. How about that? Okay, well, this is a certified Houston Texans moment. We go 4-13. Look at the rest of our division, dog. 14-3 for the Titans and Jags, and then 10-7 for the Colts. Why can't we be like them? And those teams aren't like that good, are they? I mean, the Titans won the Super Bowl last year, right? But they don't have like a crazy roster. Yeah, they're only an 82. That's not anything insane. I mean, I guess we're only an 80, but like their teams like the 86 overall Ravens, like bruh. The Jags are only an 81. They're only one overall better than us, and they won 10 more games. I love simulation. Smile. The Cowboys are an 88, and the Colts are only an 81. I mean, to be fair, they only won like 6 more games than us, but that's 6 more games. Bruh, I'm switching this defensive playbook. This shit, it's terrible. Because our defense is arguably the strong part of the team. What's a good 4-3 defense in this year's game? I really don't know, because it'll say like some team's defense did well, and then I'll use it, and it'll be like the worst in the NFL. That was the Vikings that did that. 49ers defense is probably good. I mean, probably not, but maybe. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it really couldn't be worse than this. Actually, it might even... Wait, this might just be the exact same defense because of D'Amico Ryans. Whatever, it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But I guess let's check out some of the season stats. I almost forgot to do that. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, does it? CJ Stroud actually had a good passer rating, but just it looks like we didn't really pass that. I mean, that's a decent amount of attempts, but only 3,200 yards, 25 touchdowns, 7 picks. Dameon Pierce was a monster, low-key. D-Hop with 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, but like not much outside of that. Blocking, yep, okay, I called it. Titus Howard was awful in the second half of the year, of course. Right after we re-signed him, Zach Thomas joins the all-castration team. We'll take that. Zach Cunningham led the team with 112 tackles for loss, 18 for Clowney and Reeder, 16 for Anderson, 10 for O'Menahue. In sacks, despite having a really good D-line, we have like 20 sacks total. I don't even think that's 20. I feel like every year, or every rebuild, we break the record for like least sacks in a season. That's part of the problem with this game. Some teams will get like a crazy amount, and then some teams will get like none. But I guess I wouldn't even necessarily say that, because like look at the Bears and the Bengals. There are just no sacks except for some players. I do not understand. This game is stupid, bruh. And then interceptions, 2 for Cunningham leads the team, and then 1 for like 4 players. Cool. It looks like our defense was absolutely the problem. MVP goes to, oh my god, thank god. It goes to Josh Allen. I'm so happy to see it's not Patrick Mahomes or Dak Prescott like every single goddamn year. Of course, Deshaun Watson's up there, because why wouldn't he be? What team are we? We're the Texans. Offensive player of the year goes to Tyreek Hill. Defensive player of the year goes to Von Miller, as per usual. For whatever reason, they act like he's not 36 years old or something. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Gordon Kennard of the Jags. Spencer Harris at number 2. Thomas Cobb at number 4. And defensive rookie of the year goes to Greg Woodley of the Chargers. No Texans up there. So, very disappointing year, obviously. But hopefully, we can have a better year number 3. Smile. This game takes years off my life. It was a gross noise I just made with my coffee. I don't know how I did that. I hope that came through on the mic. In the Super Bowl, the Bengals take down the Giants. I feel like the Giants are in Super Bowls in this game a lot, but the Bengals win 31-28. Riveting upgrades right here. Absolutely massive. Practice squad players. But on the bright side of this team being terrible, we should have a shitload of money to work with in free agency. I think I saw 142 mil. That's not too bad. Yeah, 142 mil. Are there any players that just kind of randomly showed up that we need to re-sign, or are we good here? We're probably good. Yeah, Grenard and O'Menahue, those are replaceable guys. And then everyone else here is old or backups, so goodbye. Now, my biggest hope, my biggest wish is that there are actually good players here in free agency. And there are not. Okay, the best players are Shaq Thompson and A.J. Dillon. This is like the worst free agent class I've maybe ever seen. Good lord. Oh yeah, Isaiah Rodgers, that sounds like a good idea. Greedy Williams, who got cut today, that sounds great too. This is tough. God, I just really wish there were more players in free agency here, but I mean, these are really the, I wouldn't say best players we could go with, because they're better, but like best players at our positions of need. It's gonna be Shaq Thompson, Antonio Gibson, Justin Madubuike. I am I'm gonna go for Greedy Williams, and we're gonna go for Kenneth Murray. I know he sucks in real life, but could be a breakout this year, and he's still only 25 with a star dev, so we'll try to get him. He's kind of case in point of why you don't take a linebacker round 1. I absolutely despise when teams do that, unless it's like a already super technically refined guy. But obviously, I wish there were better players here. We still have 102 mil left to work with. I was thinking this would be the last year, but we might have to do another one. But we do have either the lead or tied for the lead, I guess, in the case of Greedy Williams for all these players. So let's see if we can get all of them, hopefully, at least hopefully everyone but Greedy. That sounds like a 90s fucking sitcom or something. I want to kill myself. Well, let's see if we can sign any of these players. Okay, everybody except Shaq Thompson. We do get, oh shit. Okay, we get everybody except Justin Madubuike? Really? He signs with the Cardinals, bruh. All right, well, we kind of need a defensive tackle now. Hell, we might have to just look for a defensive tackle in the draft though, because there isn't really anybody here that's that good. It just would have been nice to get Justin Madubuike, bruh. We had the lead, and I turned it to very high interest in the top offers. But let's see if we can get Shaq Thompson. Oh my god, bruh. This is the worst free agent class I've maybe ever had, especially in a year where we needed some players. Did I not turn it to very high interest, or am I stupid? Let me see. No, it's set to very high. I just like the game, apparently. I'm hilarious, by the way. Subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, no, game bad. Who would have guessed? The game sucks. Shocking, I know. So we're probably gonna have to go to a year 4 because we're probably gonna go like 5 and 12 again. Okay, well, here in the draft, we have the number 3 overall pick. The Commanders have number 1. Again, I don't love picking very high. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like the players in this game super high in the draft aren't always like as good as they should be, I guess. Ooh, they have only 20-year-old players in the draft now. That's kind of nice. This looks like a strong corner class though. Good lord. What the hell is that first name? Jaquayon? It's not Jaquaylin, it's Jaquayon. What the fuck? He looks good, but like, I don't trust him for some reason. I feel like he's gonna have normal dev. This Harold Thomas guy looks pretty good. Probably not good enough to take here though. He has the concentration drops. I like to stay away from that. Ooh, Kramer does have superstar dev. That's pretty nice. And Cobb does too. And Harris went up to star dev. So that's actually 3 huge dev traits for this offense. I'm just trying to think what would be the best position to take here. It looks like Petrie also got superstar dev. Corner might have to be the move. Either corner or defensive tackle. Linebacker we do need 2, but I'm not going to take that number 3 overall. Armand Frost does look pretty good. I don't know if he looks super good though. Well, he might. He actually is a zone corner and at least has B man coverage, so he probably has at least B, maybe A zone. He's just not very fast, but I guess he is strong. His player notes are terrible. I kind of feel like either Bates or the other corner might be better here. Yeah, let's go with my gut. I think Tyrone Booth is better. His awareness and play rec aren't all that good, but he is a good cover corner, it looks like. But we could also just get him later. I'm so indecisive with this pick. Do we just trade it down? Because I don't trust Jaquayon Lasley really all the way down to 12 for only a 2 in 2 years and a 6. What kind of offer is that? Is that really what Madden thinks is fair? Okay, maybe we won't be trading down. Yeah, these aren't great. We'll just go with the top corner in the class, Armand Frost. No, we won't. We're gonna go with Tyrone Booth. I'm so indecisive, but Tyrone Booth is the pick. Normal dev. I hate it here. Okay, well, with the 9th pick, now let's go with Armand Frost. I mean, we don't really need anybody else here. I guess maybe, but like, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing to double dip. Harold Thomas looks all right. Yeah, let's just go with Armand Frost. Hopefully he can be a little better. Okay, he might be the better corner. He at least has a dev trait, which I'm surprised about because he does have bad traits. He has bad injury, but we'll see. He might be good. And then our other first round pick, all of them in the top half of the first. Let's go with Dwayne Hill. Looks really good. 38 bench reps and ran a 4.86 at the combine, 4.78 at his pro day, and we're going to be moving him to defensive tackle. So that'll be really fast for a defensive tackle. Probably going to have normal dev, I'm going to be honest, but we're just hoping proving that he is a good overall player. So let's take him. No. Okay, he does have hidden, but we'll see what his overall is. That could be a pretty nice pick. He had like no emotion on his face. I guess they like never do, but still. That was like negative emotion. He was a husk. What is that last name? Daniel Cray? I guess that's Cray. Maybe Craig, but why would it have an H? We'll say Cray. Ben Jones is very old. I am shocked he hasn't retired yet, but this center does look very good. He is strong, not super slow. I mean, one of the fastest centers in the class, but still not that fast. Has good ratings, really good finesse. So let's take him. Hidden dev, of course, 90 strength, 85 excel, 78 jumping. Low-key an athletic freak. We'll take it. There are some crazy names in this draft class, but this is gonna be, I think, the last pick I take. It's gonna be DeJoshua Castle. I've never seen DeJoshua before, but he looks like a good player. Good ratings overall. I mean, not lacking in anything really at all. Probably not gonna be a good cover player, even though he does have B-man and B-zone. Again, I've explained a million times why I hate how that works. I'm not gonna explain it again. Let's take him. Normal dev, unfortunately, but 90 excel, good lord. Could be a decent player, we'll see, but I'll simulate the rest of this out and hopefully we ended up with some good players. Bro, I don't know why, but it takes like a solid minute for it to register that my controller is plugged in. I don't know if anyone else has that problem on PC or anything, but it takes forever. But we had a pretty solid draft, so I guess I technically did make the right choice in terms of overall with the first corner. Just unlucky with the dev trait. So I mean, at least I can tell who's going to be a better overall. It's just hard to predict dev trait. I'm sure you can reliably. I don't know how, nor do I really care to know how. But Tyrone Booth does look very good at a 78 overall. Armin Frost also very good at a 77 with an actual dev trait. So the two corners we got were very nice. Dwayne Hill is only a 72. He's probably just going to stay the same overall if we move him to defensive tackle. So that's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, he does stay a 72, but it's not a terrible pick. I just thought he would be a lot better. Daniel Cray is a 73. DeJoshua Castle is a lot better than I thought he would be at a 75 overall. He's actually a really good player. Yeah, terrible cover linebacker, but really good run defender. So we'll take that. Looks small there for some reason. How big is he? He's 6'3", 235, so I'm confused why he looked so small there. I mean, I guess he's not thick, but still. And then the last pick I took was Chuck Easley. Taking slot receivers is overpowered in this game. They never have a dev trait, but they're always at least somewhere around like a 70, maybe a little higher, so he looks pretty good. We'll take it. And then I simulated the rest out, and the CPU took like fine depth players, I guess, but that felt like a pretty nice draft. I'm happy with it. Okay, well, here's a look at the team heading into year number 3 of the rebuild. We're looking pretty good, honestly, up to an 81 overall. Obviously, we still have a ton of young players. Really, I don't think we have anyone like older than 26 starting here except Titus Howard and D-Hop. So, I mean, this is a very young offense as a whole. No more Ben Jones. I just cut him. I mean, he's done well, but we want to get younger there. We're going to start Cray at center. And that is the only change here on offense, I think. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but we just didn't really change much. And then our defense has changed quite a bit. I guess I was stupid when I was checking what Hill's overall would be. I guess I didn't move him to defensive tackle to check his overall. I think I left him at defensive end and I was like, oh yeah, he stayed a 72 because I didn't move him because I'm stupid. But he did go up to a 75 at defensive tackle. So that's pretty nice. Obviously, the two new corners, Frost and Booth, Castle at linebacker, Kenneth Murray also at linebacker. All of them are pretty decent additions. Kirby Joseph was just chilling in free agency here, so I picked him up. But the team is looking good. I will say I am concerned that we haven't been getting like any pass rush, and I'm kind of worried because we don't really have like a true #1 corner. But as a whole, the team does look pretty solid. Hopefully we can get some development from guys like Cobb and our offensive line and maybe CJ Stroud, but that's just something we have to hope for. So with that, let's get to the midseason point of year 3, potentially the final year depending on how we do, and hopefully we can do pretty well. Okay, well, at the midseason point of year 3, we are 3-4. Not great, but not too terrible either. Do we have anyone to re-sign here though? Yes. Okay, Justin Reed we definitely do want back. We'll offer him very player friendly, and he does re-sign. At least we're not doing terrible though. Ooh. A lot of re-signings here, none of them are interested like at all. D-Hop will offer 5 years, 106 mil, which is very steep for someone of his age, but we'll do it, I guess. DJ Reader, same deal. We'll offer him very player friendly, 3 years, 62 mil. He re-signs as well. Jadeveon Clowney has has been okay, right? Yeah, he's been our best pass rusher. Still not great, but our best, I guess, which is unrealistic. He's never been a good pass rusher. We'll offer him player friendly though, 2 years, 21.8 mil, and he does resign. And then everyone else is like just a lot of backups for the most part. I guess we do have the 5th year options for Green and Stingley back there, but we can't do those yet. So that's all there is for us to do here at the midseason. We still have 100 mil to work with. So let's get to the end of year number 3 and hopefully we can make the playoffs. Okay, well, we did not win another game in the season until week 18. We finished 4-13. There is something wrong with the Texans in Madden. Like, I mean, I guess there's something wrong with them in real life, but that's just because they don't have good players. We have good players here. The game is just way too playbook heavy and it's so stupid. CJ Stroud wasn't very good, like at all. 3,700 yards, 23 touchdowns, 14 picks. Dameon Pierce was very good, 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns. D-Hop was fine, but not much receiving overall. Blocking, Gordon Kramer was bad, but the rest of the line was pretty good. Castle led the team in tackles as a rookie with 137, but did like nothing outside of that. Tackles for loss, 21 for DJ Reader, 20 for Will Anderson, 14 for Clowney. And sacks, Dwayne Hill as a rookie with 8, DJ Reader with 5, Clowney with 4, and Will Anderson with 3.5. This game is so bad in simulation, like worse than last year, genuinely. I didn't think that was possible either, but it is genuinely worse, at least from what I've seen so far. I was optimistic that it would be at least slightly better, which isn't hard to do considering how awful it was last year, but they somehow made it worse. Thanks, EA. Tyrone Booth led the team with 3 interceptions, 2 for Reed and Petrie, and then 1 for Murray and Stingley. MVP, let's see, either Dak Prescott or Patrick Mahomes. It is Patrick Mahomes. At least that's more realistic than Dak, who's up there at number 5. I won't complain about Mahomes winning MVP, because again, that's realistic. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Mahomes. Dameon Pierce at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Joey Bosa. No Texans. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Taj Temple. Interesting name, or I don't know how you say that name. No Texans up there. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Dwayne Hill, so we'll take that. Tyrone Booth at number 4. To Joshua Castle at 6. Armin Frost at number 10. So very terrible year once again. I switched our playbooks again. We're rolling with the KC offense and I think I went Commanders defense because they had a good defense. It's probably not going to work out for us, but it'll hopefully at least be better than number 31 in the NFL. We will find out though. In the Super Bowl, the Steelers beat the Saints 18-17. Ooh, and we do have a couple upgrades for Dwayne Hill here for winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. We'll take that, almost up to an 80 overall. I can't wait for him to get a sack and a half next year, just because that's how D linemen perform in this game. They'll do well as a rookie, and then they'll just do absolutely nothing for the rest of their career, because this game is super well made. He does have Superstar Dev now, which is cool. I don't know if he had that or got it, but we'll take it. But for re-signings, of course, we have the options for Derek Stingley and Kenyon Green. We might as well pick them up. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because, I mean, this is the last year, but still. I guess we can re-sign Kirby Joseph. He's really cheap and good depth. Davis Mills, he's expensive-ish, too. I mean, that makes sense, because he could be a starter somewhere, but yeah, no thank you. Johnny Hecker, I might re-sign if he wants to, just because I don't want to have to pay a different... Okay, go fuck yourself then. I don't blame him for not wanting to be here, but still, that's not very nice. I can't wait to see that an 86 overall player is the best player available in free agency. It's gonna be great. Oh, well, I was close. 89. 86 is the 3rd best player, but let's just go crazy, go stupid in free agency, I guess. We might as well. All right, well, these are the players we're gonna go for in free agency if my controller wants to connect. Okay, there we go. No, wait, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Some decent players here for sure. We're gonna go for Teron Armstead, DJ Reed, which this wasn't a thing last year as far as I know, but we submitted such a high offer that it doesn't even show up in the top offers, so hopefully that doesn't mean we're not in there. It wouldn't surprise me knowing how shit this game is, but I guess we'll find out. Ryan Stonehouse at punter, Marcus Davenport. We might trade Will Anderson just because I don't even know if he has 10 sacks combined in 3 years. He might, but it's probably close. We're gonna go for Brandon Cooks just to get like a, for sure at least a good overall receiver in there, and then Matt Judon just as more pass rush depth because that has been so terrible for us. But with that, let's see if we can sign any of these players. They all sign right off the bat, and we do get Teron Armstead, DJ Reed, Ryan Stonehouse. We get everybody, so that is very nice to see. And there are still some solid players here, but nobody that we really need at all. Not many of these guys would probably even play for us. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I think we're looking pretty good as is. Okay, well, interesting trade here. We're going to be trading Will Anderson in a 4th round pick to the 49ers for George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk. Are these two necessary players? Not really, but should be really good additions to the team. 2 more weapons for CJ Stroud to have. And we don't really have that good of a tight end, so George Kittle should be a massive addition there. So we get 2 potentially good players for a high overall player that's just played like he is a 67 overall, because EA, I guess. I've complained so much in this rebuild, but honestly, I don't care. I think it's warranted. This game is terrible. Okay, well, in the draft, we actually have the number 3 overall pick, and I might be thinking of doing something interesting here. We will see. There are 2 QBs available, and CJ Stroud hasn't been amazing, we'll say that. Both of these QBs look good, not great. I don't know if either of them would be great. We might not take a QB, but also we want to win, and I guess we're just not winning with CJ Stroud. It's not really his fault, but he hasn't been amazing either. But I do think I'm just going to trade this pick back a little bit. I don't think we're going to go with QB. We'll trade back with maybe the... But, like, what's the point of trading back? We're not really going to get anyone. Let's just take a chance that one of these QBs are good, I guess. Let's go with Wes Smith. Is a little younger, I think, has great throw power. His ratings are not amazing from what I can tell, but pretty good, I guess. Has good player notes. So let's go with Wes Smith out of Kentucky. Can't wait to see. Oh no, he does have hidden dev. Okay, good. Don't know if he's even gonna start or if this was just pointless, but to be fair, I don't know what else we would have done with that pick. And now, I mean, there was a right tackle I wanted, but he's gone now. He had like 40 bench reps, which is pretty rare for a tackle in this game. Do we really need a tackle? I don't know if we're gonna upgrade that much on the offensive line, if at all, from any of these players. Let's just go with Kareem Brackett. Is like the strongest lineman I can find in this range. That works. We'll take him. Normal dev, surprisingly, maybe not a great pick, but should be like a 73-ish overall. We'll see. But with that, let's simulate the rest of this out, and hopefully, you know, we can finally be good, although I kind of doubt it. It is kind of crazy how much the NFL has changed, though, doing this kind of stuff. I mean, the Titans were amazing for a few years for some reason. I mean, I guess they're a solid team in real life with not even a very good roster. I just think Mike Vrabel's a really amazing head coach, and if they got like AJ Brown and some of their other linemen back, they could be a very good team. So this has definitely been a fun video, even though Madden Simulation does blow absolute cock. Ooh, that was not the greatest draft ever. Well, it wasn't bad. Wes Smith is only 72 overall. I was hoping he would be a little better than that, but yeah, more than likely he is unfortunately just going to be a backup unless we're terrible at the midseason or something. I was right about Kareem Brackett's overall, like on the dot. It's kind of scary how I can predict overalls like that, but good player. And then Braden Williams, this linebacker, I was thinking about taking him anyways. I just forgot to, but the CPU just took him for me, so we'll take it. Really athletic, really similar to the guy we drafted last year, and the guy we drafted last year was really good, so, you know, apparently that's an archetype to look for. But solid draft overall. Wish we could have done a little better, but to be fair, I don't know what we could have even really done. There weren't many starters that we could have gotten, at least for this final year. So with that, let's get into year number 3, and I hope we can finally have at least more than 5 wins this year. All right, well, here's a look at the team heading into year number 4 of the rebuild, the final year for sure. So if we suck again, nothing I can do about that. But we've built a pretty solid team, nothing crazy, but an 84 is decent. I'll check real quick where that ranks in the NFL, and I guess just to see every team, like how every team's doing, because I guess this is about resetting the entire NFL, not just like the Texans, even though I kind of get into that mindset for some reason. It looks like the Steelers do have a pretty good team. We are an 84 overall, so are the Titans. The Bengals are looking good. The Browns are good. The Bucks are looking really good at an 85. The Chargers at an 86. The Chiefs at an 87. There are definitely still some really good rosters here, so we don't have the best team by any means, but we do have like top 10-ish. The Packers are an 87. They're looking really good. There aren't really any terrible teams, though. I think the Bears are the worst at an 80, which does kind of make sense. I don't really know who they would be getting back. And no, they have an 84. I thought I saw 80. But definitely interesting how things have played out here. But with that, let's get to the end of year number 4, and hopefully we can be better than like 4-13 or 5-12. We'll probably be 6-11, maybe. Okay, well, here we are at the end of year number 4, and and if you've seen one of my videos before, y'all know why we're here. If you haven't already, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. It really does help out the channel a ton. Again, 2,000 likes for maybe even another one of these, or at least a very similar one, and trying to hit 20K by the end of the month, so subscribe if you want to be an OG of the channel while you still can be one. We're up to an 86 overall team now, which is very nice. The defense is looking pretty good. Williams, the linebacker, Braden Williams, has superstar dev, so I mean, that would be cool if we were doing a whole like long rebuild, I mean, after this point, but I guess that's fine to have now. I guess that's kind of cool. I feel like maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like superstar dev doesn't matter as much now, because Cobb has only developed like 6 overall or 5 overall while starting like 2 years, which is fair because he hasn't done much, but still, that used to be a thing. Even if they didn't play very well or play very much, they would still develop just because they have a good dev trait, which I didn't like that, so if they change that, I'm happy about it, but still. But if you couldn't tell already, in year number 4, we made the playoffs going 11-6. Now let's check out some of the season stats. I do see something on the right side over there. Yeah, CJ Stroud was insane with the Chiefs playbook. 4,500 yards, 46 touchdowns, only 8 picks, amazing completion percentage too. The Chiefs playbook is the way to go, apparently. I mean, maybe there's a better one, but it's at least good. 1,000 yards for Dameon Pierce, nowhere near as good as he has been, but still good for sure. D-Hop and George Kittle each had over 1,000 yards. Brandon Cooks almost had 1,000 yards, and Brandon Ayuk over 800 yards. Blocking was pretty good, all things considered. Zach Thomas has been such a monster throughout the rebuild. I was saying, hopefully he's good as the Hall of Famer, Zach Thomas, and has he allowed a sack in his career? He might be on the right track. He's been amazing. And then on defense, Kenneth Murray led the team with 142 tackles for loss, a lot. Marcus Davenport led the team with 18, and then sacks for Marcus Davenport, definitely a good pickup. 6 for Dwayne Hill, didn't fall completely off, so I'm happy about that. Reader with 5, and Judon with only 4. I'm low-key scared to see how Will Anderson did for the 49ers. Do I want to even look? Well, he did a lot better than he has been here and would have been our best pass rusher, but we got a lot of value in return for him, so I mean, I still think we won that trade by like a decent amount, but he of course was better than he ever was with us. And then interceptions, 3 for Reed, Stingley, and I guess DJ Reed. So Justin Reed and DJ Reed each had 3. Kenneth Murray, Armin Frost, and Devin Lloyd had 2. I didn't know I played Devin Lloyd that much. I just picked him up out of free agency. I think I forgot to reorder the specialists, but that's fine. I mean, it worked out. We made the playoffs. And then 1 pick for Castle. But let's check out yearly awards. Maybe a CJ Stroud MVP. He'll probably be top 3, but won't win it, is my guess. Okay, yeah, he is number 2. Joe Burrow wins it, so it's different this year at least. We have Dak Prescott up there, of course. Ew, Aaron Rodgers on the Colts? Ew, that's cursed. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Jacobs. CJ Stroud at number 6. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. No Texans. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rashad Roberts of the Browns. No Texans. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Joe Cleary of the Dolphins. And no Texans. I guess we didn't really have any rookies play all that much, so that makes sense. But of course, in the playoffs, we're going to be taking on the 10-7 Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we're not going to like jump into any of these games. I've already spent way too much time on this rebuild, and it's been driving me insane, so I want to get out of it low-key. But we will go play it cool. Y'all know me. Always got to play it cool. There's an ASAP Ferg song in this game. I didn't know that. That's interesting. But we have a weak link scenario. Probably our entire defense. I saw we were 32nd in terms of yards. So whatever, I think it was the Commanders playbook, who were like one of the best defenses in the NFL last year here. Apparently, don't go with that one. What have we been good at? Have we been good at anything here? I guess we've forced a lot of turnovers, it looked like, so we'll go with that. So I guess we're a bend, don't break defense, even though, okay, definitely not. We allow a lot of points, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's simulate this game out against the Steelers, and I can't wait to lose. It's gonna be great. Maybe I should just make like Minecraft videos or something, because this shit taking years off my life, dog. We lose in the wild card because our defense allows 42 points. Who would have guessed? I love this game. It's amazing. But this rebuild isn't quite over yet. We're gonna check one more thing, because this is obviously meant to be resetting every player in the NFL to their original team, not every player on the Texans to their original team, or giving Texans back their original players and all that. So we're gonna check out who wins the Super Bowl in the final year of this video. Is it just me, or do the loading screens in this game take an eternity. Oh, of course it's the Cowboys. Why wouldn't it be the Cowboys? They win 14-10 over the Chargers. I regret looking. I should have just not looked. You know, to be fair, as broken as the Cowboys are in this game, it's realistic and they don't win Super Bowls like hardly ever. This is the first time I've seen them win a Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure, despite how broken they are. So I guess that's realistic. Good regular season team. They're too good of a regular season team here, but at least they get the playoffs right. Like, they never win any playoff games, but they do here. 14-10 over the Chargers. But I need to like go take a 3-hour nap or go scream into a pillow for 20 minutes after this rebuild. I had high hopes for this game, but it is not living up to them, unfortunately. I don't know why I had high hopes, but I at least thought it would be better than last year, but there are some cooler features, but the simulation is the same or worse, which I thought was the worst part of the game, and I didn't know it could get worse, but it might have. But that's gonna be the end of today's rebuild. I see Smith, our backup QB, is an X factor. Stroud went up to superstar. Zach Thomas went up to superstar. But you know, I'm glad we could at least build a good team out of the worst team in these rosters. But I really hope y'all enjoyed me complaining for an hour or however long this video. Again, if you enjoyed, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. It really helps out a ton. But I really appreciate all of y'all for watching this video and making it this far. But with that, I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.